Have you ever ran into a situation where you've got a gobbler and he's with a hen, or they're all flocked up and you just can't seem to get him to break away? I've ran into that situation 100 times in the turkey woods. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you an easy way to kill that gobbler. Let's get after it.
This is probably one of my bigger bucks to date.
Guys, I cannot believe that actually worked.
Looks like a double long shot.
It was hot, really hot.
So opening day of the season last year was pretty rough for me. I missed a bird really early in the morning and it would have been a sweet double, and I spent the rest of the morning looking and calling to no avail. Could not get another bird to answer me, did not see any until really late in the morning. I was able to start glassing this field and I located a big flock of birds. I mean, there was 20 or 30 of them, huge flock, and inside of that flock there was two really nice longbeards. They were nice birds. And so I pop my mouth call in and I start giving them business. I'm giving them everything I can, right? They don't even look at me. And that's the situation I run into time and time again when you've got a gobbler in a field with hens, or a gobbler that's just with a big flock. They already have what they're after and they don't want to pay attention to you. Luckily for me, I had a tail fan in the back of my truck that I kept in there. I'd always wanted to crawl up on one and kill one with a tail fan or reap one. So I kind of planned my route. I got out into this field. It was snowy, it was icy, my hands were wet, my hands were freezing, but ultimately I was able to crawl close enough to these birds to make them angry, and both of those longbeards came running up and I was able to shoot one and wrap my tag on a really, really nice longbeard. And that's what today's video is going to be about, guys. I want to teach you the process that I use to kill a turkey by crawling up on it with a tail fan, aka reaping a turkey. Now, before I jump too far into the video, I want to stop right here and talk about safety. There's times to do this and there's times to not do this. If you're on public land, their visibility isn't good, there's a lot of hunting pressure, do not do this. People can mistake you for a turkey and you may get shot. The time to do this is if you're on private land and you know no one else is there and you've got good visibility. Some people even put orange on the tail fan that they're using to crawl. Main thing is make sure that you're safe, make sure no other hunters are around, because you don't want them to mistake you for a live turkey and you do not want to get shot by doing this. With that being said, guys, reaping a turkey is relatively simple. You're only going to need a couple things. One of them is obviously a turkey tail fan. Now this one I've modified just a little bit. I took a set of gardening shears and I clipped off this little feather right here. I do this so when I'm crawling I can look through this little hole and I don't have to stick my whole head above it, which kind of silhouettes it, or below it. And those birds really have a hard time seeing me when I'm crawling up on them. So it keeps me really concealed but lets me kind of see what's going on. The second thing I do is, this is just a tail fan stake I bought off of Amazon. It was like $15. And I run a bolt right through the middle of my tail fan, and it gives me something to hold on to so I can look under it. It also keeps my hand a little bit more free for when I need to make that shot, which we'll cover later. The last thing that I have on there, and this is only for you guys that are wanting to film your hunts, is a GoPro. That's the other reason I use a stake, is because it's really easy to attach your GoPro to. I just kind of hide the GoPro up inside of the tail fan and it gets really awesome shot footage. In fact, the story I was telling earlier where I killed a bird in the snow by crawling up on it, which I'll link here and in the description, I actually filmed that using this GoPro, and the footage, as you'll see in that other video, is amazing.
This is the part of the video where we put words into actions and I demonstrate how to actually use this method to crawl towards a bird. You're going to put the tail fan in your non-trigger hand and you're going to crawl forward about a foot at a time. You're going to stop every couple 3 or 4 feet and you're going to eyeball the location of that bird. You don't want to get surprised. You don't want that bird to run you over, because when they come fast. You're going to also want to make sure that you grip your shotgun towards the end of the forend so you can keep the barrel out of the ground. You want to watch out that you don't get the barrel in any mud or any grass. You don't want anything debris-wise in that barrel when you go to take your shot. You want to try to the best of your ability to stay concealed behind that tail fan. You can honestly get away with an awful lot using this method, but don't take any unnecessary risks. Your goal at the end of the day is, after all, to kill a turkey. Now, when you see that turkey break away and come running at you, and they come in fast, You're going to drop to your belly, you're going to shoulder your shotgun by pushing it forward, and you're going to dedicate 2 fingers and a thumb to holding the end of your gun up. And using this method, you're going to be able to take a really good steady shot at that turkey. He's going to run into about 20 yards and stop and look at you, in my experience, and you should be able to shoot him. This definitely beats the other ways I've seen this done, where you jump out from behind your fan or your decoy and then you take a shot at a running bird. This is a lot easier to do, and you can make a more confident shot. Guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. I've killed a couple of turkeys using this method, and it's not perfect, but it's a great tool to have in your tool bag. I hope that this video had some value to you. If you like this video and you like this method, you definitely need to check out my video where I crawled on one in the snow. I'm going to put it in a link in the description. It's a super awesome video. The footage is crazy, and if you're a turkey hunter, it is going to get you excited. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and I will catch you in the next one.